Hello and welcome back to the Blackwell Legacy. Between episodes, I actually went back and looked at a few things about the last time I played it and also the patch notes for this game. If you've watched the rest of the Blackwell series with me, you know I've mentioned before that a bunch of these games keep getting updates. And that's something that I hadn't specifically checked about this game. But apparently this game has gotten a ton of updates. I was scrolling through them all the way for it's gotten like 20, 30 plus updates since I last played it in 2017. In fact, the update list only goes back to 2021. I don't know if that's just because that's the first time they patched it after its initial release, or if that's just only as far as it goes back, because there's a lot of them. And it turns out this game has in fact gotten not one but two adventure game system upgrades since I last played it. So I believe the version I played was the original version, the original release, or very nearly the original release, and then it's gotten two new AGS upgrades. So this is version like 3.6 something, which I believe is still like way lower than some of the games we've played, some of the other Blackwell games, but it is a significantly newer version than it released on, which I think was like 2 something. Anyway, all right, so we're back here.
I've never seen this.
Do we have? Apparently not.
So, let me get you want to look for a woman who, and if then, and
that's pretty much it.
This is,
I'm not.
Okay.
I'll be back.
See you around.
So clearly the answer is not to confront that guy anymore. I am probably missing something with Nishanti. It's got to be some interaction with the dog. I just don't remember what it is.
I don't think so.
And I can't go past her to the other part of the park or anything. Oh, I didn't mean to leave. Is that why he didn't follow me? I thought he followed me further before. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I remember it now. I gotta tangle him in the thing.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Don't worry, Moti. I'm coming. There, all better. I can't take you anywhere, can I? Oh, it's you. The lady next door.
Yeah, hi.
Rhonda, isn't it?
No, Rosangela.
Well, Rosangela. I hope my friend here hasn't been giving you any trouble.
That's
be nice.
A cute dog you've got.
Very convincing, Rosa. Very human and normal.
Oh, great.
Anyway, I don't think we've formally met. I'm Nishanti.
Rosangela.
So you said.
Oh, right.
Yes?
I have a strange favor to ask.
Go ahead and ask. What are neighbors for?
You know that building servicemen strike?
Yes. Jim Burdo is covering, isn't he?
Yeah, that's the problem, see. He doesn't recognize me.
Oh? Oh, so you need me to vouch for you?
Yeah, I know this is pretty stupid.
Don't worry about it. Moti is getting a little cranky anyway. Let's get you home.
Thanks.
By the way, I checked. There is no independent audio control for this game at all, so despite the fact that the music is very loud, I have no way of turning it down.
All right. Let's keep walking.
Which is a shame, because the vocal recordings are much better, as I've noted.
Hello, Jim.
Hey, Miss Sharma.
Jim, this is Rosangela. She lives here.
He does? Okay. Sorry about earlier. Had to be sure.
You're not sorry. You were an asshole. You were a belligerent asshole. You couldn't make any effort. And you were smoking in my face the whole time. Yeah, I'll be sarcastic via syrupy sweetness.
Oh, it was no problem at all. Do you want anything else? Milk or orange juice, perhaps? Never mind. Just get out of my way.
here we are.
Yes, finally. That stupid kid.
Well, perhaps. But try not to be so hard on him. We're all neighbors after all.
Yeah, I guess.
Looks like somebody's hungry. I'd best get this spoiled puppy fed. Feel free to drop in any time you want.
I'll think about it.
No thinking needed. I know we New Yorkers don't usually talk to our neighbors, but who cares? The city can be a lonely place, especially when you live alone. I've got Moti. Who do you have?
Oh, I have 3 great roommates.
Oh?
Yes, their names are me, myself, and I.
Good one, Rosa.
It's a joke.
Yeah, I get it. Very funny. I'm sure you're fine.
That was
Although
more than
your
she deserved,
episode in the
Ashanti.
pub tells me otherwise. And your eyes. Well, let's just say the offer stands.
Sure.
You go home now. We'll see each other soon, Rosangela, I'm sure.
Hey,
Yes?
you can call me Rosa, if you like. Rosangela's kind of a mouthful, you know.
All right, Rosa. You have a good day now.
Ashanti's the
What a-
best.
Strange lady.
Yeah, she's the strange one, Rosa. It's definitely her.
That door leads to Nishanti's apartment. I can't remember who lives there.
You don't leave much, Rosa. I mean, such as the experience of a writer, I suppose, to some
Home,
extent. But
thank God. I've never been so happy to see a 500 square foot room in my life.
I was not ready for the bassy, like pseudo hip hop soundtrack.
Looks like it's from Bellevue.
Dear Lauren, so you have been at NYU for 2 weeks now and have not called. I am sure things are busy in the Big Apple, but don't forget the family. Again, if I was playing this in real scale, I'd be squinting at about a 1.5 inch rectangle. This is the native resolution here is again 320 by 240. They don't make pictures that small anymore. I believe it's illegal. This is very hard to read. I am sure things are busy in the Big Apple, but don't forget the family you left behind. Things back at home are well. Jack starts high school on Monday, so he's a bit nervous. You know how he gets. Be sure to write him a letter. He misses his big sister. I admit I am still a bit nervous about you living in New York all by yourself. You are carrying ID with you when you go out like I asked. Oops, that's not... What did I do wrong there? Put away, but the arrow is there. How do I look at the other side? Oh, it's just really fussy for some reason. You saw I was totally mousing over the arrow, though, and it was not... Oh, okay. You know me, just being a mom. Somebody has to. Keep your head on straight, kid, as your dad would say, and remember that you have a family back home that misses you. Love you, Mom and Dad and Jack. Hello, sis. I am writing this on my new St. Clair Model 15. Mom says that improving my handwriting... I should read the dates on these. These are old. Okay. September 3rd, 1960. Does that line up? When was the second game set? I think it was well into her tenure there. I think it's in the late 60s. Hello, sis. I'm writing this on my new St. Clair Model 15. Mom says that improving my handwriting is a lost cause, so she got me this. Keen, huh? I've already typed up a few stories on it and this letter. Can't type for long because Dad says the noise drives him up the friggin' wall. What does he know? So how is life in the big bad city? Troy is dead boring as usual. Why'd you have to go to college, huh? There's nobody to talk to in this dump anymore. See you at Thanksgiving. Jacko. December 5th, 1960. Dear Lauren, well, Thanksgiving time has come and gone, and so have you. In just 2 short months, I can already see you evolving into a capable young woman. You have outgrown this small town, Lauren, that much is obvious. Jack will be following in your footsteps soon, I'm sure. Visiting you in New York is all he talks about. Speaking of Jack, I know you are worried about him. We all are, but don't feel that this is your responsibility. You are his sister and you love him, but he's got to learn to live without you eventually. You are growing up. Let him grow up too. Till Christmas. Love, Mom and Dad and Jack. September 16th, 1961. Lauren, can you keep a secret? I don't want to say this over the phone in case Mom or Dad overhear. Mom's been acting odd lately. It started a few days after you went back to New York. She was dragging me shopping when she suddenly screamed and fainted. She was pointing at the corner of the room, but there was nothing there. We brought her to the hospital, and she says she's fine now, but she's been very on edge and paranoid. It's hard to explain. Dad's no help. Can you call and try to cheer her up? She won't listen to me. Just don't tell her about this letter. I just hope she's okay. Jacko. Okay, so order of events. So that's Rose's grandmother's first experience with the ghosts and with Joey. This is very weird to get right at the beginning and front load all of this when you don't have the context. I mean, it's an interesting mystery on its own, but it's also much more interesting once you already know all the details. So that about makes sense. She would have been a little, well, yeah, so it would be a few more years before she was committed, because if Lauren is just, and if she's a freshman in college, she's probably 17 or 18. She didn't receive, according to the timeline we got before, she didn't receive, or her mother wasn't committed until she was 20, right? Because her mother was 55, and her mother was at 55, and then she was at 40. So rolling the numbers backwards, it should be like 2-3 more years before she starts to, have problems with Madeline. Yeah, okay. I actually don't know that I read all of these. I mean, my memory is very, very hazy. I don't know that I read all of these. This is just like a pile of letters, and they other than the context when he said, oh, it's just a collection of letters, if I hadn't been paying close attention to that and wasn't paying close attention here, you could just read the first page and just be like, oh, that's all of them. So, anyway, November 13th, 1961. Okay, so a couple weeks later. Lauren, you seemed concerned after our last phone call. I just wanted to write you and reassure you that everything is fine. Let me know when you are coming home again for Thanksgiving. With love, Mom and Dad and Jack. December 8th, 1961. Dear Sis, Mom is getting worse. You said it best during Thanksgiving. It's like somebody is watching over her shoulder. Paranoia. She sits by herself for hours, pretending to read when it's obvious she isn't. Lately she's been covering her ears as if to keep out a sound, and closing her eyes tight. Dad's losing patience with her. He's convinced she's lost her mind, and I'm starting to agree. She refuses to get any kind of help. Why can't she see that there is a problem? This isn't normal. Not normal at all. Why can't she see that? I hate to admit it, but I'm kind of scared. Scared for her. I don't know what to do. Jack. Okay, so is that her blocking out Joey because she's like just disquieted by his presence, or is that other ghosts, or is that Madeline? Lauren. February 23rd, 1962. Lauren. It has a name. Mom locked herself in the bathroom this morning. She sounded like she was talking to herself in there. Well, not to herself. It was like there was somebody else there. But there wasn't. I listened. I couldn't understand it, but she did say the name Joey. I asked her later who Joey was, and she got really scared. Then she got angry and said, "If you know what's good for you, never mention that name again." This could be the key. If we find out who Joey is, maybe we can save her. Jack. March 16th, 1962. Dear Lauren, well, it's done. The final papers have been signed. It hurt a lot, but it had to be done. Mom has now been committed to a mental ward. I have to say, I am relieved. I know how you feel about it, but you weren't there. You didn't come home to see her screaming and tearing her hair out, running around the house, knocking down everything in her way. Cuts were all over her face and the house was practically destroyed. I was so shocked I just closed the door and waited outside for Dad to come home. It was awful. She clawed at him, clawed at his face, and drew blood. It will haunt my dreams for the rest of my life. Thanks for coming out, Lauren. I don't think Dad and I could have handled it on our own. She kind of drained us, you know. Can I come to New York and visit? I need to get away for a while. Jack. Oh, big time skip. Okay. May 17th, 1965. So that would have been, 4 years, basically 4 years after, right at the end of her college tenure. Congratulations, summa cum laude. I always knew you were a smarty pants, sis. Now you've got the documentation to prove it. Thanks again for letting me stay at your place for the weekend. It was just like old times, except you weren't smoking then. New York is an amazing city, and Columbia is a great campus. I can't wait to move down there in September, but until then I've got to deal with our grumpy old man. He's insufferable as always. Ever since Mom, he's been hard to talk to, and very hard on me. I should tell him you're smoking now. Maybe he'll concentrate on you for once. See you again soon, Jack. October 16th, 1967. It's happened, Lauren. Just like you eventually said it would. I'm in love. Her name is Maria. She's from Italy, and we met in statistics class. She asked if she could copy my notes because her hand was tired. We ended up having lunch, and we've been inseparable ever since. She's incredible. She's got the most amazing red hair, and I want you to meet her. I'll come by soon. Jack. So that must be Rosa's mother. December 19th, 1970. Lauren, are you alright? Ever since Mom's funeral, you've been hard to reach. I know it's been hard on us, but it's been 6 months. I tried calling, but you never answer. I came by the other day, but you didn't open the door. I knew you were there, Lauren. I could hear you. I risked using the spare key you gave me, but you changed the lock. Come for dinner on Christmas Eve. Maria is a great cook. We won't ask any questions. Just come. Mom might be gone, but we're still here. I miss my big sister. Jack. So, presumably somewhere between 65 and 70 is when Joey shows up. I'm just pulling this out of thin air, but I could have sworn that the second Blackwell game takes place in 68. I could be totally wrong on that, though. December 28th, 1970. Lauren, who is Joey? I went over last week to give you a Christmas gift. You didn't answer the door, but I heard you talking to somebody named Joey. Is it a boyfriend? Are you seeing a man named Joey? Is that why you've dropped off the map? Or is it something else? I don't think I need to tell you what. For God's sake, just talk to me. Jack. February 13th, 1971. Lauren, I know you're annoyed, but I am not sorry. I didn't want to do it, but you left me no choice. Hiring a private detective to follow you was the only option left. He told me some odd things. You won't talk to me, but you'll still talk to total strangers. You'll go to every far corner of the city at the strangest hours, and you talk to yourself when you think you're alone. Don't deny it. He heard it and so did I. Not that any of it made any sense. That alone is disturbing. Whoops. Oh, come on. Damn it. That alone is disturbing enough. But then he saw you collapse. You were all alone in some obscure park in the Bronx when you just fainted. He was about to call an ambulance, but then he saw you get up again and walk off like nothing happened. You were always there for me growing up. Don't shut me out, sis. Let me be there for you now. Jack. So that's interesting because, I mean, certainly we got some sense that the grand scheme of this entire series had been framed up before they started making sequels. Like they always intended to make additional stories. That seems to be a direct allusion to the actor whose name I'm forgetting now, because that was like a year ago I played that, who Lauren would have been in the park with to, take to the other side. Jacko, please stay away. Don't worry about me. There are things that need to be done, and I am the only one who can do them. Don't ask me to explain. All I can say is that I understand our mother more than ever. She was never crazy, Jacko. Trust me on this. Take some comfort in it. You've grown up and you've grown tough, and you don't need me, and you don't need anyone to fight your battles anymore. You don't need me, but I'll always be your big sister. Lauren. April 15th, 1973. I am returning your letter because I refuse to accept it. No, you don't need to fight my battles. I'm not 14 years old anymore, but we are still family, and that's important, especially now that Dad has died. Look, you obviously have something going on, and that's fine. I don't have to be involved if you don't want me to be. If you don't want me to, but I still want you involved in my life. Maria and I are getting married in November. You are coming. No stupid excuses. Jack. So, her mother was committed in 1967. She was there for 20 years before she died, right? That was the number we got. At which point, okay. So, their mother is very much alive at this point. It raises an interesting question, although possibly one that is a little bit asking, well, I don't think it's asking too much. It's just that it's kind of a glaring hole that Lauren, the investigation that Rosa does in Epiphany is not something that Lauren seems to have ever considered herself, especially when writing something like this. The fact that realizing that her mother was not crazy, and is in fact in town, but never goes to see her to try and get in touch with her in any way that we know of, unless I've forgotten some other element. But yeah. November 24th, 1973. Greetings from Greece. If there were any words to describe the beauty of this place, it still wouldn't do it justice. A perfect spot for a honeymoon. Things have been busy, as you can imagine, but I wanted to quickly write to say that I'm glad you made the wedding. Of course, I'm still worried about you, but somebody has to be. You take care, and stay in touch. Maria says hi. Jack.
There are some pictures stuck to the back of this letter.
March 31st, 1976. Dear Aunt Lauren. Yes, Aunt Lauren. You're an aunt. I'm a dad. Maria gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. We named her Rosangela, after Maria's grandmother. She's so quiet. She hardly cries at all. I'm all set to spoil her rotten, but Maria says to take it easy. She looks just like her mother, and there's a bit of you in her eyes, too. And Mom and Dad. Everything our family was or will be, this child is it. Life is changing so fast. I just want to hold on to this tiny creature and never let it go. Never let go. The future is an exciting place, and I have everything I could ever want. I don't want anything to change ever. Jack. The Law Offices of Durkin and Goldberg, April 21st, 1981. Dear Miss Blackwell, it is indeed within your legal rights to take custody of your 5-year-old niece. With the death of her parents, you are the only living relative. Please contact our office and we will start the necessary paperwork. Sincerely, John Durkin. John Durkin is also a familiar name. But I can't remember exactly from where in the narratives. Whose lawyer was he? Huh. I don't remember. Maybe I'm completely mistaken or making that up, but I'm pretty sure not. Oh, well, I was gonna look at the photos, but is it gonna ring while I look at the photos?
That's definitely Auntie Lauren. She's looking at something off camera. I wonder what it was. I assume that's my mother. She sort of looks like me, I guess. Other than that, she's a total stranger. Is that my dad? He looks so young. I always pictured my dad as being older.
It is interesting because we do see the photos throughout the series, but I kind of forgot just how estranged she was from her family and how little documentation, relatively speaking, Rosa really has about the life that might have been for her. What is going on with that? That's a weird musical tone. I don't like that. And we've seen this picture before. Because this is wait a minute. Is this her grandmother and her aunt and dad? I believe so. All right.
Just the telephone. Hello?
Rosangelina, hi.
Hi, Bob.
Thanks so much for submitting your last review on time. For once.
Yeah.
I've got a little assignment for you today.
Assignment?
Human interest Blackwell, suicide. College girl named Joanne Sherman.
That's awful, but...
You know the Brittany house, the NYU dorm?
Yes, but...
Speak to some people on her floor. Get a word in with the roommate.
Listen.
Speak to the RA too, and hey, see if you can score a picture of the girl.
But I don't do that stuff. I write book reviews.
Versatility. Time to get out of your comfort zone. Jeremy's over at City Hall covering that strike, so you are it. Get cracking.
I hate him so much. Is freelancing for that stupid paper even worth it? Well, I guess it keeps me writing, but oh, whatever. I'll just go over there and get it done. It's not like I don't have enough death in my life right now. Maybe this
Yeah, that's
isn't
a bit
bad
much.
thing. It's like being a real reporter, sort of. My old notepad should come in handy for this.
Okay. Rosangela's notebook. You can now use Rosa's notebook. To access the notebook, move the cursor to the top of the screen to activate the inventory bar and then click the notes button. Using the notebook, Rosangela will write down various clues during her adventure. To get more information about a clue, move the mouse cursor over it. Joanne, an NYU student living in the Brittany house. Joanne suicide. Joanne committed suicide recently. Your boss asked to get you a photograph of Joanne. Alright, well... Huh.
My computer. It's a bit old, but it lets me access the internet and do my writing.
Huh. I don't remember these.
I am just feeling so uninspired today. Maybe tomorrow I'll feel up to it, but today, it's just not happening.
Right, article?
I don't think I have enough information to write a full article. I should see what else I can discover. At the
Oh,
very
this
least, I
is-
can try and find a picture.
Interesting. Okay, so this is turning in the full thing.
I'm not ready for bed. That leads to my bedroom. It's an oversized closet, but it suits me fine. That's Griff, the PI bear. I've had him as long as I can remember. He's in horrible shape, but I don't have the heart to throw him away.
Well, he's gonna be with you and for the rest of your life, so
I must have watched all these a dozen times.
I don't remember that DVD collection being there in some of the other
It's
games.
fake, but kind of pretty. This is the only living plant I own. I bought it 2 years ago. It's still living despite my total lack of care. Out of sight, out of mind. This TV was here when I moved in.
So is the couch. But apparently we can't talk about that in this game.
It's a photograph of Auntie Lauren and me. Auntie Lauren, she took care of me after my parents died. For most of my life, Auntie Lauren was a vegetable. I don't remember what she was like before that.
Oops.
This picture is all I have to go by.
Didn't mean to skip that.
I used to talk to this picture when I was a little girl, but not anymore. Auntie Lauren, she took care of me after my parents died. For most of my life, Auntie Lauren was a vegetable, slowly rotting away in a hospital bed. I don't remember what she was like before that. This picture is all I have to go by.
The dithering on the art, on the head art, is really good. There are some areas where it's a little bit problematic. Again, I think this is probably, it's either a stylistic choice, but I think it's actually a problem, a limitation of the AGS system, the early versions of the AGS. So this like pink speckling is just, you know, dithering that doesn't quite work.
No. I open those curtains and a dozen windows can look directly in. Those curtains stay shut and prying eyes stay out.
Okay, I don't think there's much else for us to do in here, so is there anything? Oh, let's look
fine
at
where they are.
clippings.
Just some old book review clippings.
Well, alright then. Probably time for us to head out. Let's take a quick break and then we'll do that. See you guys next time.